America's Pop Culture Trivia Show.
Check it out.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. With Joe Parisi.
Welcome to the program. This is episode 208 of America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. My name is Joe Parisi. I am your host, and I've prepared for you 3 fast-paced rounds of pop culture trivia. 7 questions per round, with just 5 seconds between questions to think of the answers. Your first round today is a mixed round. We'll touch on some toy stuff, some film stuff. Then we're going to do television for round 2 and wrap it up with a music round for round number 3. Good luck. Now let's play.
Round 1.
Round 1, question 1. Going back to the 1930s and continuing to the present day, Superman's boots are almost always what color? Question 2. In the 1935 film Bride of Frankenstein, what actress plays the parts of Mary Shelley and the bride? Question 3. CCM is a company that primarily sells equipment for the sport of hockey. Sticks, skates, various protective equipment. My question to you, what do the letters CCM stand for? Question 4. An American toy manufacturer, best known for its handheld electronic games, along with the Furby, Talk Boy, and Gaga Pets. The company's cash cow through much of the 1990s was their line of licensed handheld LCD games. While very basic, these small handheld games were very popular going back to the late 80s with games like baseball and football and Jordan vs. Bird 1-on-1, Back to the Future, and more. Name the company whose name could be seen on the front of each of these handheld games. Question 5. A 2002 comedy drama starring Gary Oldman, Kate Beckinsale, Patricia Arquette, and Matthew McConaughey. The plot revolves around McConaughey's character, an average-sized man, who struggles with revealing to his pregnant fiancée, Kate Beckinsale, that his entire family are dwarves, as he worries their unborn child may be born with dwarfism. What is the name of this film? Question 6. In this 1994 film, Ice-T stars as Jack Mason, a homeless man hired as a survival guide for a group of wealthy businessmen on a hunting trip in the mountains, unaware that they are killers who hunt humans for sport and that he is their new prey. What is the name of this film? Question 7. An American-Japanese sci-fi franchise that began with an 85-episode TV series produced by Harmony Gold USA in association with Tatsunoko Production. It was first released in the United States in 1985. The show was adapted from 3 original and distinct, though visually similar, Japanese anime TV shows in order to make a series suitable for syndication. What was the name of this series? That's going to do it for round number 1. Couple of easy ones, couple of pretty tough ones in there. We're going to find out now how you did. Question number 1, going back to the late 30s, continuing to the present day, Superman's boots are almost always what color? Red. It's one of those questions you got to think, okay, which part's red, which part's blue? But the answer is red. Question 2, in the 1935 film Bride of Frankenstein, what actress plays both Mary Shelley and the bride? That is Elsa Lanchester. So quick note on Elsa Lanchester. On my other podcast, I just did an episode about her and about Bride of Frankenstein. Basically, since her death in 1986, it has been assumed that she was cremated and ashes scattered at sea. And friend of the podcast, Scott Michaels, the guy behind all the Dearly Departed stuff, discovered that wasn't the case. And all along, her ashes have been buried in Hollywood in this cemetery. So Scott crowdfunded a marker. It was just like all kind of a weird thing that slipped under the radar until he recently discovered it. So anyway, if you want to learn all about that, go find that episode of the Odd Podcast. But that's your answer, Elsa Lanchester. Question 3, this is kind of a tough one. CCM is a company that primarily sells equipment for the sport of hockey. Sticks, skates, and various protective equipment. What do the letters CCM stand for? Canada, Cycle, and Motor. So in the early 1900s, this company, CCM, Canada Cycle and Motor, made bicycles and then eventually motorcycles. And around 1905, the production of those things slowed down. They weren't selling like they thought. And with all this leftover steel, they started to produce ice skates. And wouldn't you know it, that took off for them, being in Canada. By 1960, they were basically completely hockey-focused and have just continued to introduce new products ever since. Question 4, an American toy manufacturer best known for its handheld electronic games, along with the Furby, Talkboy, and Gaga Pets. The company's cash cow through much of the 90s was their line of licensed handheld LCD games. While very basic, these small handheld games were popular going back to the late 80s, with games like baseball, football, and Jordan vs. Bird one-on-one, along with Back to the Future and others. The name of this toy company could be seen on the front of every handheld game. What was the name of this company? The answer is Tiger. I had one of these. I had the Double Dragon one, and the graphics were like a step above looking at a 1980s digital Casio watch, but they were great. They were great. I think I got mine as a gift at my first communion. But it was so cool. You know, of course, this was way before Game Boy. The downfall with these is it was just one game, you know, whereas then Game Boy came out and, you can play all kinds of games on them, just like a home entertainment system. But at the time, they were the coolest. Question 5. A 2002 comedy drama starring Gary Oldman, Kate Beckinsale, Patricia Arquette, and Matthew McConaughey. The plot revolves around McConaughey's character, an average-sized man who struggles with revealing to his pregnant fiancée, Kate Beckinsale, that his entire family are dwarves, as he worries their unborn child might be born with dwarfism. What is the name of this film? It is called Tiptoes. Question 6. In this 1994 film, Ice-T, the rapper, stars as Jack Mason. A homeless man is hired as a survival guide for a group of wealthy businessmen on a hunting trip in the mountains, unaware that they are actually killers who hunt humans for sport, and that he is their new prey. What's the name of this film? Surviving the Game. Question 7. An American-Japanese sci-fi franchise that began with an 85-episode TV series produced by Harmony Gold USA in association with Tatsunoko Production. It was first released in the United States in 1985. The show was adapted from 3 original and distinct though visually similar Japanese anime TV shows in order to make a series suitable for syndication. Name this series. Your answer is Robotech. That's a tough one. Here's what spawned that question and what got me looking up Robotech. Family movie night a week ago, we're watching one of our favorites, The Monster Squad. And there's a scene where the young boy, I think his name's Eugene, wakes his dad up at night and tells him there's a monster in his room. And in reality, there was a mummy in his closet. And that little boy, Eugene, had on Robotech pajamas. And I saw it. I was like, what is Robotech? I got to look this up. It kind of looked like the laser tag helmet and stuff like that. Maybe laser tag was kind of based off of this. But I was like, I got to look this up. So that's how I came up with a Robotech question. So congrats to those who got that one right.
Round 2.
For round 2 today, television questions. Question number 1. Randy Quaid famously played Cousin Eddie in the National Lampoon's Vacation films. Is this true or false? Randy Quaid was once a cast member on Saturday Night Live. True or false? Question 2. On the Punky Brewster sitcom, what was the first name of the older man who took Punky in and who she lives with on the show? Question 3. What TV series gave us the fictional diner called the Lanford Lunchbox? Question 4. What was Mr. Belvedere's first name? Question 5. Actress Park Overall played the character Laverne Todd on 170 episodes of this sitcom, which ran from 1988 to 1995. Name the show. Question 6. This show debuted in 1999 and ran for 6 seasons. Episodes would end with the live studio audience cheering along and participating in a German drinking toast. Ziggy Zaki, oi, oi, oi. Name the show. And question 7. A sitcom that aired briefly in 1979 that was adapted from the 1978 hit film National Lampoon's Animal House. Several of the cast members from the film appeared in the show as their characters. Jim Belushi did not. What was the name of this ABC sitcom? That's going to do it for the TV round. Answers coming right now. Randy Quaid famously played Cousin Eddie in the National Lampoon's Vacation films. Is this true or false? Randy Quaid was once a cast member on Saturday Night Live. That is true. He was a cast member for season 11, which ran from November 1985 to May 1986. This is the same season Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr., and Joan Cusack were on. It was a very poorly received season, and all but 3 cast members and 1 feature player were let go at the end of that season. And honestly, the show was almost canceled. Question 2, on the Punky Brewster sitcom, what was the first name of the older man who took Punky in and who she lived with on the show? Henry. Question 3, what TV series gave us the fictional diner called the Lanford Lunchbox? That would be Roseanne. Question 4, what was Mr. Belvedere's first name? Lynn. Question 5, actress Park Overall played the character Laverne Todd on 170 episodes of this sitcom, which ran from 1988 to 1995. What is the name of the show? Empty Nest. Park Overall, she is still out there, not acting a whole lot. She's a big activist these days, but she was all over the place. I mean, 170 episodes of a popular sitcom. If you ever saw Biloxi Blues with Matthew Broderick, she was the prostitute in that film. She's also got a small role in Kindergarten Cop. She's like the parent of a kid at the school that's like fawning over Arnold Schwarzenegger. Park Overall was everywhere for a while. Real like southern kind of smoky voice. You'd know her if you saw her. Question 6. This show debuted in 1999 and ran for 6 seasons. Episodes would end with the live studio audience cheering along and participating in a German drinking toast. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Name the show. That is The Man Show. And question number 7, a sitcom that aired briefly in 1979 that was adapted from the 1978 hit film National Lampoon's Animal House. So they took the movie, turned it into this TV show. Several of the cast members from the film appeared on the show as their characters, but Jim Belushi did not. What was the name of this ABC sitcom? Delta House. So this show did not last long. It had a couple things going against it, kind of an interesting story. So first off, fans of the film that were like, ooh, let's watch it. They immediately noticed how watered down and tame the comedy was and had to be compared to the film because, now this is television. It said that the show's producers were in constant battles with ABC over what they could and couldn't get away with as far as the show's content because of, television standards and practices. Well, then at the exact same time, both NBC and CBS also rushed a few shows to air that were, quote, inspired by Animal House. Those shows were Brothers and Sisters and Co-Ed Fever. So in 78, Animal House comes out. It's huge. And suddenly, within a year, there are 3 TV shows based on it. One of them directly based on it, 2 of them inspired by it. And none of them could capitalize on that famous Animal House raunchy college humor. So none of them worked.
Round 3.
Third and final round today is a music round. Question 1. The song Bailamos was first released in 1999 as part of the Wild Wild West soundtrack, and it became the #1 song in America. Name the artist that gave us Bailamos. Question 2. 2 hearts living in just one mind, beating together till the end of time. The song 2 Hearts is featured in the closing credits of the film Buster. Name the artist that gave us 2 Hearts. Question 3. Kissing the Bride. 45 minutes aside. This Was My Dream. Played out rocking routine. Who sucked out the feeling? What group gave us the 1996 alt-rock song, Sucked Out? Question 4. This song was one of the singles released from the hugely successful 1990 album from MC Hammer, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. This song heavily samples Prince's song, When Doves Cry, and it interpolates Faith No More's We Care a Lot. One particular word is mentioned in this song 147 times. Name the song. Question 5. The song A Whole New World is from what 1992 film? Question 5. What band gave us the following albums? 1981's Walk Among Us, 1997's American Psycho, and 1999's Famous Monsters. Question 6. Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back. The song Yakety Yak became a huge hit when it was originally released by the Coasters in 1958. The song appears in the opening family car ride scene of a John Hughes movie that was released in 1988, where in the scene, the family is all singing along with the song. What movie was this? Question 7. This song was the third single released and most successful single to come off of the Love Symbol album by Prince and the New Power Generation. It features a sample of the 1976 Lowell Fulson song Tramp and showcases a distinct Middle Eastern tone. It peaked in the number 7 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. What is the name of this song? So this is from Prince and the New Power Generation, looking for the most successful single to come off of the Love Symbol album. That's going to do it for the music round. Here come your final 7 answers. Question 1. The song Bailamos was first released in 1999 as part of the Wild Wild West soundtrack. It became the number 1 song in America. Looking for the artist that gave us Bailamos. That was Enrique Iglesias. He's never stopped being active, since the late 90s. I don't know about you, I never hear the name Enrique Iglesias anymore. Haven't heard a thing about him in years, but looked him up. Still doing stuff. Question 2. 2 hearts living in just one mind, beating together till the end of time. The song 2 Hearts is featured in the closing credits of the film Buster. What artist gave us 2 hearts? Phil Collins. That was the number 1 song in America for 2 weeks, and a song that won both a Golden Globe and Grammy. Question 3. Kissing the Bride, 45 Minutes Aside, This Was My Dream, Played Out Rocking Routine. Who sucked out the feeling? What group gave us that 1996 alt-rock song, Sucked Out? That is Superdrag. That's one of those songs you don't hear often. Maybe it'll come across your ears on a Spotify playlist, or if the alt-rock station in your town is doing like a 90s hour or 90s weekend. Great song. Question 4. This song was one of the singles released from the hugely successful 1990 album from MC Hammer, Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em. This particular song heavily samples Prince's song, When Doves Cry, and interpolates Faith No More's We Care a Lot. One particular word is mentioned in this song 147 times. What song is it? Pray. So that was a popular song there for a while. You've got Hammer on the main vocals, then you've got some female background singers, and then kind of like a group of men kind of doing the, that's why we pray. And then the females go, pray, and then pray, pray, 147 times. They say the word pray. Question 5. The song A Whole New World is from what 1992 film? Aladdin. And there's 2 versions of the song out there. The song sung by the singing voices that was used in the film. And then there's the Peabo Bryson, Regina Belle version that is what you would have typically heard on the radio. Question 5. What band gave us the following albums? 1981's Walk Among Us, 1997's American Psycho, and 1999's Famous Monsters. Misfits is your answer. Question 6. Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back. The song Yakety Yak became a huge hit when it was originally released by the Coasters in 1958. The song appears in the opening family car ride scene of a John Hughes movie that was released in 1988, where in the scene, the family is singing along in the car to that song. What movie was that in? The Great Outdoors. And question 7. This song was the 3rd single released and most successful single to come off of the Love Symbol album by Prince and the New Power Generation. It features a sample of the 1976 Lowell Fulson song Tramp and showcases a distinct Middle Eastern tone. It peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. What is the name of this song? I tried to lace a couple of hints in there for you. The answer is 7. I put it as question 7, and it reached number 7 on the Billboard charts. That is a fantastic song. The New Power Generation was Prince's backing band for a number of years and several albums. But here's an interesting thing. I love that song 7, and like I said, it's got kind of a Middle Eastern tone to it. If you look at the credits for that song, who did what? This is what Prince gets credit for on that song. Lead vocals, backing vocals, acoustic guitar, electric sitar, synthesizers, bass guitar, programming, finger cymbals, percussion, and hand claps. If there's one thing to be said for sure about this podcast, it's that this podcast celebrates the hand clappers on those famous songs that we love. This show is America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. I'm Joe Parisi. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Joe Parisi VO. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Talk to you soon.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show with Joe Parisi.